I'm Vlad Ixel, and for the last 9 years I've ran over 150 running races. From short road races to long ultra marathons on the trails, and I even tried a couple of triathlons over the years. For years I was a professional trail runner, and I was lucky enough to travel and race all over the world. But as I got older and I started my own little family, traveling on a regular basis just got a little bit harder. So my wife and I decided to settle down in Perth, Australia, and we started our own little hydration company. Running has always been a little bit of a lonely sport for me. And even though I enjoy this self-time, I decided to go on a journey. A journey to find out how other runners are juggling the commitments of life and this complex yet simple sport of running. So I've decided to spend that racing weekend from the weekend warrior to the elite athletes and see how do they do it.
I'm John Pendse, I'm 39 years old. I was born in England and moved to Australia when I was 10. My first marathon would have been in 2005, age 21, and I've been running them consecutively every year for the last 17 years. Currently up to number 69, with Sunday's marathon will be number 70, and I've probably done another 30 ultra marathons, including 12 hours, 24 hours, and a 350 kilometre delirious 200-mile race. My most memorable race would definitely be the delirious 200-miler, 350 kilometres. It took me 70 hours, and that's 3 days. Each day was a completely different day. First day ran very fast. Second day I basically walked, and the third day jogged, ran, and ended up winning the race. So that would be my favourite race, but all the ups and downs that you go through over that time duration. It's just a stunning location as well in our backyard. My goal in marathon running is to hit the 100 marathon mark, and this Sunday will be at Bibra Lake, number 70. My first marathon was 3 hours 35 minutes. I am trying to aim to run under, well, the ultimate goal is to run a sub 240 marathon, although I'm not in shape to peak and hit that time for this week, but that will be my aim in the next 12 months to 2 years, and ultimately want to hit the 100 marathons by age 50. Hi Vlad.
Hey John, how are you?
Going? Good,
Good to see you. How you been?
Yeah, keeping very well, thank you.
Yeah, not too bad.
Welcome to my place.
Oh, thank you.
Come
Are
through.
you excited about Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday I'm looking forward to it. Every marathon's
A special one.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is number 70.
70, yeah.
I'm excited for you. Oh, is this the West Coast Eagles?
If you're colourblind, it is. The eagle on it though. And yeah, the kids' toys, not my toys.
Yeah.
Spin bike and yeah, a bit of foosball, air hockey. And same as my daughter's mess as well, so she owns half the house.
And then you have that picture that you're leading that race here.
Yeah, City to Surf, probably 2011, I guess. So that race there, such a big smile on my face because I jumped the gun when it went 3, 2, 1, and the gun misfired. I just took off. So about a couple seconds later, then the race started. I said, okay, everyone else can go now. So,
but it wasn't enough to win the race.
No, that's right. I would have needed, I was hoping they'd restart the race and just let me keep going. So, and then this was my first marathon, because I don't obviously frame the marathons, but just a special one. So my first marathon.
Wow, 2005.
2005, Gold Coast.
That's like a year after I was born. What about this one? What is it?
Yeah, funny story on this one. Delirious 200 miler. If you finish it the first time round, you get one thong.
Yeah.
If you go back for a back-to-back, you get the second one, it's a matching pair. And so the incentive is to do it twice. And also, if you get the second pair, you get a big jarrah piece of wood that's been carved into the shape of Western Australia. Okay. And this sits on it, and the one next to it's like a memorabilia piece.
Yeah.
So it's
so you're gonna do the second one?
Yeah, next year is the plan. So this year got postponed.
Okay.
Because of the COVID cancellations. So I've pushed mine out to next year.
Because there is that little shop in the city that sells exactly the same things. And I also noticed you have the new Garmin.
Oh yeah,
is that the new one that's coming out next week?
I think that's the oldest one. It's a 201 model. No, that's a 305. So that must have been the third version. This was the thing back then.
Yeah, really?
It took about 10 minutes to get the GPS signal.
Wow. It's a good memory as well, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's like a trophy, right? It's like a memory.
And the battery only normally lasts about 3 hours, so it's like you need to run quicker in the marathon. Otherwise, if it packs it in, you just waste it.
Well, you have to run like that in the marathon because it's at least like 500 grams.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But let's go for a run.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
go for a run.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
One of my favourite runs from home is to run out to the coast. So it's about 5 kilometres to get out here. And then you can run either direction. And so you can do a good 30, 35 kilometres, run home. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as it's not windy, this would be one of the nicest places to run.
Yeah, definitely.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, good 7 kilometres.
Yeah, just over 7k. How do you feel?
No, I feel good. I always look forward to race day and just stay focused, get a good night's sleep, and let your
hopefully
legs...
the weather holds up.
It should be good conditions this time of year, so really looking forward to it.
I'll see you tomorrow at the race. Yeah, let's do
Cheers,
it.
lad.
Yeah, feeling good. I mean, it's a marathon, so I know it's going to be painful. You know you're going to get to those tough moments at like 35, 36k in, you know, where it's going to hurt. But at least it's easier to go into it when you know it's coming, and all you can just do is what I do is I remind myself that in the end of the day I'm going to be sleeping in my own bed tonight, so you know this pain is gonna end soon, and that's been working for me for all the ultra races. Marathons are a bit less painful, I guess, than some of the ultras, but still, it does get to the point where you know you have to stay positive when your mind goes to a negative place. All right, 5 minutes to go. Let's do it, another marathon, let's go.
Three, two, one.
Yeah, I mean, after 2 marathons being cancelled in the last 2 months, it was definitely nice to finish a marathon, and I'm happy that I got this one done. It was all on track. Like, you know, I was running well till about 36, 37K, and then hit the marathon wall. Like, you know, like so many marathon runners out there, that wall is just painful. When you hit it, it hurts, and you know, all I could do is just hold on, but it was just getting a bit slower, and yeah, I end up running 2:31 and maybe 3 or 4 seconds, so just over 2:31, which, you know, about 1 minute slower than my goal. I really wanted to run under 2:30, but I'm happy to get it done. And like I was saying before we started the race today, that you're gonna get to those hard points, and I was trying to take my mind to a positive place. And you know, I did my best, but yeah, a little bit disappointed with the result. You know, I guess I can blame the wind again. Started getting windy in the last 10K, which didn't help. But yeah, I mean, I have to remind myself how grateful I am to be able to run and to be able to compete and to be able to be out here and feeling healthy overall, and to be able to do this. So yeah, didn't go to plan. Keep working hard for the next one. There's a couple more marathons this year, so I'm definitely going to be trying to push and run under 2:30 this year.
Oh, I felt really good, yeah. I mean, every marathon's a similar thing. You know what you have a job to do. You just get focused and get the job done. So
you went into this marathon knowing you're not in your best shape, and the goal was 3 hours.
Yeah.
But you obviously ran 7 minutes quicker.
Yeah, I was happy with that. So I think you just go into automatic mode as well, having done so many marathons. The body knows what to do, so it doesn't really matter what shape you're in. You've done the kilometres. You may be out of shape, not at your best form, but come race day, you find an extra 5 or 10 minutes just because you've done it so much before. So I definitely surprised myself. I thought sub 3 would be marginal, and it's probably more like a 3:05 to 3:10. But I just felt good, so I held a pace, and yeah, each lap, nothing special, just keep ticking the Ks over.
You have now Perth Marathon.
There's a Sunset Coast Mullaloo Marathon.
Yeah.
About 3 weeks' time. So I'll do that one, but now that I've done this marathon and the 250, high 253, means I could probably find another 10 minutes in the next 7 or 8 weeks.
Yeah, for the
So I could probably run like a sub 245 is achievable. So it's given me now motivation to start just peaking a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, well done on the race.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And I'll see you tomorrow. We've got a special surprise for you.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, John.
Hey, Vlad, how you going, mate?
How are you?
Very intrigued. Good to see you.
Feeling good?
Yeah,
It was a good race. It was definitely a good race, so well
Yeah.
done on the race. We do have a little surprise for you for finishing the marathon yesterday. Got it right here.
Hey, wait a minute. That's not the same one that I got. It's a different colour.
But now you don't have to do the other 350K to get the thong, so congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No, I'm kidding, Obviously, we're not gonna do that as the prize for you. We have a way better prize for you. We're gonna go on those electric surfboards here at the Swan River. Beautiful, beautiful day for it.
Is this safe for marathon running?
That is safe for marathon running.
Have you done it before?
I have not, so I am excited about it. Hopefully we're not gonna crash.
Oh, it looks, it's exciting.
But it's a beautiful day for it.
Wait a minute, the water's way too cold. I don't know if I'm gonna go in.
Don't worry, we got that sorted for you. We got a little wetsuit here for you.
Classic.
It's probably like a little bit big, but
I put on a little bit of weight.
let's see if that fits. Yep, perfect size.
that's good, that's gold.
It's just, I had that at home, I did not buy that, especially for this.
Classic. I thought being low centre of gravity would help. I was wrong. But it was good. Just couldn't get up on my feet. But.
I mean, it was good that at least one of us had a bit of fun.
Oh, it was still great fun.
Still great
I got up to about 32, 33k an hour, so I was happy with that. I stayed on half the time. And
is this like a wetsuit that you had when you were like 5 years old and you grew into it?
Actually, I was probably about 16, 17. I haven't had to get next size up there.
Because this was long sleeve when you were young, and then as you got bigger, it became short sleeve.
Yeah, it's
so you're a bit cold now.
Freezing.
That was fun. I mean, I had so much fun. It was definitely starting to get harder when it started to get windy, but then, you know, once you start living, like, the water is actually like super fun.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And each time it came up, I was like, oh.
But next time I'll take you kayaking, I think. All right, let's get some food. Are you hungry? I'm starving after this.
No, definitely.
Let's get some
Sounds
food.
good.
It's a nice little romantic setting that I found us to ask you some questions about running.
If you play your cards right.
No, but I really wanted to find out, what does running mean to you? It's a big part of your life, but what does it actually mean to you?
I think for me it's the whole endorphins, the finding that balance that keeps you happy, keeps you grounded. You got work, life stresses, family, and it's like you're out. The moment you can take like time out, de-stress. Natural zen, I guess. It's just that natural the feeling that you get where unconsciously finding something that, I guess, touching the ground and the fresh air and something that keeps us going, I guess. So that's, each time you go out, you try and find that feeling.
But obviously there's also days where you hate running and it's cold and it's wet and maybe you're not going to get that nice endorphins at the end of the run.
Yeah, they're the harder days. So winter, I do find it tough when it's raining, it's dark, cold. You do think, well, why am I getting out on those days?
So what is your answer when you ask yourself, why am I doing this for?
Every hard training run I do, like on those tough days, I think, if I can do it on those days, come race day, I've been through days when I'm just like, no, I'm not going out today, and I still get out and do it. So come race day, each time you do those harder runs, you put it in the bank, I guess, and your memory thinks, I've had worse conditions before, I've still gone out and done it, and each time it just builds up your mental toughness, I guess. Year after year,
it adds up.
It adds up, exactly.
Would you still be running if you couldn't race? If there were no more races, would you still be running?
I would be, because that's why I enjoy getting out doing it. For me, I like the whole process. You go through the races, the build up, and the race is like the outcome. and it's not really time orientated, it's going through the race in the first place.
But would you be still motivated to go out and run every single day if there were no races? Would you do a 2.5 hour run on Sunday morning
Knowing that
at 6 o'clock in the morning, knowing there's no races coming up ever again?
I'd probably go into maintenance mode, just keep it to a minimal, knowing that if there's no races, well, I don't really need to go for 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah.
I could just do an hour and a half or an hour and a half to 2 hours and be happy knowing that I don't need to do longer stuff. I would still go out for 2 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's pushing.
There's a lot of motivation still coming from racing.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon that is a big part of the picture as well. Having the drive to continue year after year and having the 100 marathons has been the carrot to keep me going, I guess, year after year. So it's.
What is more important to you, getting that PB of going under 240 for the marathon or running those 100 marathons?
I think I can do both, so...
But if you had to pick one? You could only do one.
Well, actually, if you said that, you can either have one sub 240 marathon or 100 marathons.
Yeah.
Which one would you pick?
Yeah.
For me personally, I'd go 100 marathons.
Yeah, it's a little bit more special.
Because I think the time duration as well, to do 100 marathons is probably 20 years worth. One single marathon under 2 hours 40, although that's a great achievement, which I haven't done yet.
And that requires a lot of training, that requires a good few months on top of your fitness where you are going outside of what you ever done before to be able to achieve that, right? So it's not like it's easy.
But you're hanging everything up, relying on that one race. And if it goes pear-shaped, you've got nothing to fall back on. At least with the 100 marathons, it's a safe comfort zone, I think.
Because technically with the 100 marathons, you can now just jog a little bit and then show up on race day and just walk them.
Well, that's why I think it's a safe thing to say. That it's you're not pushing yourself out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
It's an excuse almost not to run a 240 or sub 240 marathon. You can just turn up and do the marathons like you say, and you're happy just to finish. Everyone gets the finisher's medal.
Yeah.
So it's whether maybe I should focus on just one 240 and that's it. Everything else just goes to the side, and I only turn up for the marathon when I know I'm ready to do that.
Well, you could finish first your 100 marathons, and then once that's in the bank, then go after the 240 marathon.
I like that. Definitely like that idea, because then you've achieved the 100.
Yeah, that's right.
It's ticked off.
Yeah.
Now you can. You
have a big base of running under you.
Exactly. Yeah.
And now you're ready to go for that.
Well, it would have been my 68th marathon, I think, at Bunbury this year. That's when I did my PB.
Yeah.
Most people get their best times after 7 or 8 marathons, maybe 4 or 5 years of training. It's taken me 15 years and 67 or 68 marathons for my PB.
Yeah.
So maybe the 100 after that.
Wow, that would be
it's just the beginning.
That would be a good finish.
You wouldn't recommend it though. If you were going to train someone, you only have to do 100 marathons first, just to get your apprenticeship done.
Yeah.
And then
you're
that's
ready
when
for the big league.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us on this weekend, John. It was really fun to spend some time with you, get to know you. Well done, obviously, on the marathon yesterday. Great result. Sorry for choosing the wrong activity today, but I'll see you in the next race, right?
Brotherly love. It's been great.
All right, I'll see you in the next race.
Thanks, lad. It's great. Cheers.
How many running shoes do you go through, like let's say a year?
I used to go through probably every 3 or 4 months, have a new pair of shoes. Probably the last 5 or 6 years, I wear them until they fall apart and got holes in them.
Really?
Yeah, so roughly I get at least 7,000 or 8,000 kilometres in a pair of training shoes before I chuck them out.
So you get one pair for the whole year?
Yeah. I do about 7,000 Ks a year. So one pair per year at the moment. I do have racing shoes though, the carbon plated ones, the foam on it. So I like having a nice brand new shoe shoe for racing. Training, I just wear the same shoe, or I'll rotate. So my 3 or 4 pairs on the go.
For the last 10 years.
Yeah. I haven't got injured, and so I think being short, lightweight-ish, they just seem
Don't
to
wear
last.
out.
And yeah.
Do you run like on the road?
Actually, wait, I normally get holes in my socks first, and that's when it's time to get a new pair of shoes.
Is this how you got your BMW?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, you save a lot of money, because I get a pair of shoes every 3 to 4 weeks. Like I'll get a new pair. Like it's
really
unsustainable, but I change shoes every 500-600k.
Your car's not bad though, so you could be upgraded. Though. If you say just
if I don't buy any shoes for a whole year, I get a BMW.